I can't believe it. Government want to move me. My son refugee in my own country. But a long time, me live here so can't go no way. Them really take poor people for fool. Them really take poor people for fool. Oh, it's about the land. But where you get the system you're from? Boy, the ones that don't poor people land. Just know seminar vote again, no sir. The MP don't give a damn. But where you get the system you're from? Boy, semi live on Scotland. Two, it don't rich like Matalan, no sir. Me about Jamaican. Me not know where we go. Me born and me grow, you're something that you get on. Bigger heads, make you a fly now. Me can't buy your own, so my cherry can't do. Ashes to ashes, and dust to dust. The tribulation in the ghetto is a must. Never qualified in a housing trust. From me lose all of my money in a cash box. Me know say me a born Jamaican. Me dey a from slavery as a African. Somebody tell me where Matalan come from. They own so much land in our island. Tell me it's a change. Go back to Japan, cause Jamaica, see the black man. From Moran Pine to the Green Pine, from St. Thomas to Westmoreland. Oh, it's a Babylon. Where you get the system you're from? Boy, those are dumb poor people land. Just know some me not vote again, no sir. Cause the MP don't give a damn. Where you get the system you're from? Boy, say me live on Scotland. Two, me don't rich like Matalan, no sir. Me a bad Jamaican. And yes, I'm a big man. So they don't know where at. Government care about them, no. And me know you don't care for the parents. Me beg you lease with a piece of land, yeah. Not have no problem for parents. Don't give me your eviction notice. The poor people don't have no patience. Me know say me a born Jamaican. Me dey a from slavery as a African. Somebody tell me where Matalan come from. We own so much land in our island. Tell me it's a change. Go back to Japan, cause Jamaica, see the black man. From Moran Pine to the Green Pine, from St. Thomas to Westmoreland. Oh, it's a Babylon. Where you get the system you're from? Boy, you was a dumb poor people land. Just know some me not vote again, no sir. Cause the MP don't give a damn. Where you get the system you're from? Boy, say me live on Scotland. Two, me don't rich like Matalan, no sir. Me a born Jamaican. Can't believe it. Government want to move me. Me done refugee in my own country. But a long time, me live here so can't run away. Them really take poor people for fool. Them really take poor people for fool. Oh, it's a Babylon. Where you get the system you're from? Boy, those are dumb poor people land. Just know some me not vote again, no sir. Cause the MP don't give a damn. Where you get the system you're from? Don't say me live on Scotland. Two, me don't rich like Matalan, no sir. Me a born Jamaican.
Give thanks and praise to the mystic laws of the universe and its protective functions and forces in nature that guide our thoughts and our path in all ways that are lawful, correct, and positive. Give thanks and praise. Emancipate. Because I hear they talk about emancipation. So emancipation derived from the word emancipate, where probably derived from a word called mancipate. Yeah, mean to transfer ownership of property or to transfer property. That is the etymological definition. Sir Andrew Holness. So when you say you and your people are celebrate emancipation, I can say to I people, don't be carried away. Don't be fooled. Do not allow yourself to be misled by no one. Here I'm saying emancipate can mean freedom from restraint or anything like that, but it also, in its original form, first use, etymological use, first use is to transfer ownership of property. Now, here I am saying it. It's up to you to do the research before they change all of these definition and terms, because they shall. Yeah, man. So when I hear our Prime Minister celebrate this emancipation, then when we remove the ambiguity, we're going to find say it mean to transfer property. So it not necessarily mean freedom, because to the free, spelled F-R-E-E, free dominion, free domain, freedom. If I'm going to write a document about my freedom, I would never use the word emancipate within that legal construct, only because, you know, of its ambiguity. Put it that way. And next thing I say, I come across the Prime Minister, I try compare our beautiful island nation with a place like Rwanda, where you have the Hutu and the Tutsi have their own ethnic, you just say, strifes. And if you check the history of that Rwanda conflict, that civil war over there, you'll find that the Hutu was there first and the Tutsi came after, herding cattle, while the Hutus farm the land. And according to how the Tutsis well grow, then them create and construct, again, them come from a different place, different area. These are the truth. So when the Prime Minister, I use Rwanda as an example, it kind of raised questions to a man such as I. Only through I view the things just a little bit differently. Just a little bit differently. Salute, my good brother, Joel Jaguar C. Freeman, Nantucket Island, out there in America. Yeah, man, when we see the Prime Minister, I lean too much with this Rwandan genocide and I talk about, well, him actually said the state or a group of people organize themselves. So I'm glad at least the Prime Minister is truthful with that very statement, because it was the Hutu state who organized itself only because of the attack. I remember, if you look at what caused the conflict, Itagasebu, the Tutsi, come from somewhere and launch an attack. And then, the Hutus, them, as the leading power government, retaliate. And, irrespective of what people might say, it's both sides of the conflict, both sides, two sides of fight. So you find, so them say up to 70% of the Tutsis were wiped out. And a lot of changes going over there. Right now, I'm quite sure it's not the Hutu is in power right now. I think it's a taller group of people, which would be the Tutsis, like the brethren, the Prime Minister who was to come here on our island, the president or whatever title them all over there in Rwanda. But I can't see the comparison with their ethnic divide and this American island, because I hear the Prime Minister calling this country a country like Africa. How the mess can this Prime Minister sit up there and let you people, I listen to the mess and don't even call him out on it. This man saying this island nation, this Jamaica, located right here in America, because the very Prime Minister went to a organization of American states. So I don't know where him get his African country from. This is the deceptive nature and the deceptive behavior from these politicians. This grown man, learned man, and I'm quite sure he's aware of my presence here on this island, speaking of this American hemisphere. And this good brother who is the prime minister saying he is leader just finished a summit on countries in North America, in America, which Jamaica is located. And you're going to call here an African country. I don't know where these people over there are trying to sell you or what they have donated to you. But this is why I am here. When people might miss these subtleties, then I'll catch it. Call you out on it. We have no relation to Rwanda. We have absolutely no relations to nothing that's going on in Africa. Not when we are here in the American hemisphere. If you, Prime Minister, choose to mind your own business here, I think we would fare better. Why you don't look at probably Singapore with the great leader that was born September 16 and emulate whatever it is, they implement in their nation, island nation, in their country to attain all that success. Would that not make much better sense than tell we say, try compare we and match we up and, try analyze with these genocidal folk, these Tutsis of Rwanda. Are you insane, Mr. Prime Minister? Are you not aware that we are here? Lee Kuan Yew is not of my lineage. He's not American. However, he came to Jamaica and leave Jamaica with a plan and implement that very plan in his island nation and attain success. Now you, Mr. Prime Minister, are going somewhere in this genocidal area to compare us when we don't have no problem like that. Our problem is just, our acidic nature that was created by you, sir, and your political organization. Because most of the problem, they would start in these ghetto areas. And then with the divide here with the uptown and the downtown, trying to create a class difference. I don't see the difference anymore. Because the very same violence being perpetrated downtown in the ghettos are being perpetrated uptown in those ghettos. Our people choose to fool themselves, and because they're in a location where it's secluded and, probably gated and manicure lawn, and then them look outside at Portmore, and them say, Portmore a big ghetto, and me I smile and I say, the whole island is a ghetto. The whole island is a ghetto. You understand? You have upper scale ghetto, lower scale, but the whole island is such. The moment we can facilitate one area and call it ghetto, then we have to look at ourselves as such. And how was the ghetto created? By the very political system that is being, glossed over the whole place. Because them say everything are politics, and the Prime Minister come out and say he's here to enforce policy. And he's here because you, the people, elect him. That's what I must say, and that's the truth. Only true me know where am I going with not apply to me. Cannot. But one man saying this not really mean nothing. If the people choose not to stand, then that's how it is. That's their free will choice. But I am here to say, if you guys were emancipated meaning freedom as you would think, then why are you in this state of condition? I hear the Prime Minister say, talking about slavery and how we were slaves. I'm listening to the Prime Minister and smiling to myself and said, sir, you better speak for yourself and your house. Yeah, man, you know, you can't speak for all of us, because your office is the office that is the keeper of records and information. And I'm quite sure you're astute enough to look and can document when Africans came here, where they were shipped and housed, and where they were enslaved. So when you talk about slavery, like you can't talk for I don't know about that, and my bloodline no reflect no slave unless you go rewrite my history and add your slave story to it. So Mr. Prime Minister, I'm quite sure again you know of I presence here. So you have to watch your speech when you make it out there and come correct. You need to come correct and stay correct. You can't just make generalized terms, you know what I mean? Because you're a politician and then you're going to claim to be a leader. No, man. Only rulers behave the way you do. Because when people should be free to think, you try directing their thought process by telling them they're African when you can't validate that claim. Give thanks. There's so much situation out there, people, where, you know, we choose to just ignore a lot of it only because we comprehend the state of things, the state of condition. There's a lot of things we're not going to get energy to. You know, it's already there. We don't need to really address certain things. We don't need to give energy to certain things. What we have to try to do right now is to arm ourselves with the basic information that can aid us in becoming who we choose to be. I must say salute to clan mother Daphne Gale. Yeah, man, she is visually impaired, so she not get to do the things them where, you know, should I try share with me certain information and certain point of view, but when the phone I mess up when I get to, you know, link up to them, actually I tell her, so you probably need to come live and, you know, just reason. Share your insight and your experiences, because this is an elder. This is an elder sister. And this is a sister who gets, you know, award from the Governor General's office and all of these things. But she not really like talk about herself like that, you know. She says she don't want people to think she a show off, which all her fair accomplishment as an impaired person is something to talk about. But as we go along, we might get a chance for the good sister, you know, express herself and there then get to hear her. Right now, she's over there in Canada. But again, when my phone I mess up, whenever certain people knock me, I'm not get the call till whenever the call choose to reach me, you know. Me only ask for the missed call or a day after these kind of energy. But the good sister did I say, boy, I should have hear a little bit of differences in the group chat, but she never really comprehend what it was about. And she expressed to me, say, it seemed like these people not comprehend, say, on this journey to freedom. Because it's a freedom people expect about a bunch of free this and free that and free all kind of things. And when she said it, me I feel laugh and I say, sis, you're right on point. Because more time people need things for themselves, but them can't find it for themselves. And this is why I always tell people, get the knowledge when it's free. You understand? And then you apply yourself and bring yourself up, and you know, you alleviate a lot of the in between, the middleman, the go between, the third party. You alleviate that. For some reason, you have people who choose for, I don't know, feel that take them time, which is natural. Put themselves together and then them try for act. One of my issue with people is that personally we just share a lot of information and share location so people can look at their situation and see if them can get help according to their situation, or they can learn in those locations. You know what I mean? I'm always talk about the Ian platform. Always I talk about irrespective, because them on the ram for burn them fire and lick them shot. But we talk about them platform, they haven't been over there, or, you know what I mean? We talk about the Yusuf L with the information, the man they gonna show you a lot of information. But my favorite location for me personally, because I not really get hung up on the ones them. When we look on the more old set of documents, old works, foundational things, you know, them things them I like look at. Not necessarily like look at some people who just start do something in a 2020, 2022, 2019, and not necessarily, I not really necessarily run to those type of documents. That's why I like Freedom School. I get to take my time, look on things, go into them things, tear up them things, and reconstruct them things, and say, oh, that's what I go on. Only because you got to see some information where they actually place somewhere up there, recorded and documented. But when we do all of these things and give people all them information, then you know you hear some people come and make some statement or ask some question, and then you become concerned. You have to say, well, on. If you really keep on, me have to repeat myself, or me have to go through this situation, then something is wrong. You know what I mean? And then I have to take full responsibility. As man, I have to take full responsibility and say, yo, I must be in error. I must be sharing the information wrong. Something is off. Because it can't be that you ever come, or not everyone. Some folk might step on it, you know? It's like you ask the very same question where you asked over a year ago, and you get the very same answer. And it keep on repeating. You wait another 3 months, you come back and you wait another 6 months, you come back, and you wait another 9 months. Then you know, them things they will get annoying. So people have to just go easy and try, you know, just gain the knowledge. If you're not sure, don't try for the nothing at all. I keep telling people, when you want your leader, you look in the mirror. You want your God, you look in the mirror, because God said him create man in his image. So this is why I know it got to be all different kind of God, because everybody do not have the same image. And I'll leave it right there, because if me ever touch on this topic, you will have some people start shoot at me. Yeah, man. The good brother here, and he not like when I talk about God, because, you know, the man more jealous than God himself. So we'll leave it right there. Yeah, man. But we as a people have to choose to improve ourselves, educate ourselves, and nobody, you know, allow people, not even I, don't allow me for just telling nothing at all. That would be silly. You understand? When you hear me talk, just like back in the days of 16 or 17, when me I talk to people, them have to go type it in, or go look somewhere to see if anything go like what I'm saying. So all people have to do is do the basic research. There's no excuse. And this is why I find that I tone it down so much and I have to laugh at myself. Because you know my style. I'm not afraid to laugh at myself. I not have them issue there. Yeah, man. Salute, Sir All. Yeah, man. Honor me king. Out there. Out there. Yeah, man. We never issue laughing at ourselves, man. So when we sister boy, all right, we give them enough, we share enough, we have done more than our share. You know what I mean? Because whatever people expect is only them know. Them alone can have their own expectation. When I say freedom, freedom in and freedom in, it's so basic and simple for me. It's just that. Yeah, man. And the law of nature states, say, watch ya, that show respect. You know what I mean? For you know, earth armor, you know what I mean? The fraud certain one, you know, for illicit gain, then you just show respect. And you protect your interests. Yeah, man. You don't need permission for do that. You don't have to ask permission for do that. Yeah, man. So when I hear all the prime minister, you know, compare Rwanda with Jamaica, then I know we not some kind of problem. Because we not have no ethnic problem around here or no cultural differences. There's no such thing. We just have some ones where, because of how the political construct, they were taught these things. And by them I learn it, other people like it and like the style and adapt it. So it's a criminality become a culture. And who started, who facilitated, who created the very political system? And those things are true. So when all the prime minister are going to ignore great leaders, you understand, and great example, and I go run to some genocidal rulers, because them they are no leader, genocidal rulers. And I go compare, I say them I look comparison, then something wrong higher. And I man always rate the prime minister, because I tell the eye them say true, him come out of education, and I like when people educate themselves. At least them should be more receptive when you're educated to alternative things. And now I realize in education, most of them get indoctrination. Them get indoctrination, my people. Because if I'm on a go school or go anywhere go send me a learn, me not go learn for go regurgitate, me I learn for improve and become better. Me not learn for become the same as my professor. That are not learning. Them think they are training, indoctrination. So this is why we say we are autonomous in our thinking. Free. You have people, when we say we're sovereign state capacity, you have people talk all kind of things about sovereign and sovereignty. And I hear all of y'all, man. And I'm like, yo, look at these folk. As if a free man is not free to do as he please. When I'm free, I can say what I want to say as long as me not bring the earth or arm to no man. As long as me not tear down the man and I say, boy, may I gain profit from it. So when we say we have a sovereign state capacity, I can rephrase it and say we are autonomous in our capacity. Probably people will feel better that way. Because those are synonymous terms. When I hear the president say emancipation and emancipate, and I discover that it is, that word is synonymous with enfranchise, and enfranchise is synonymous. You know, I should bring up these things and I make it look like I just talk off of the top of my head. Make you guys see the thing for yourself, cause it can't hurt. It truly can't hurt. Interesting, boy, people. This is why we have to stick to the etymology what we know. Kid, you not I was on this page earlier and I look at a definition, see it, yeah? I don't like that for this information what we are get from this definition of enfranchisement. And this enfranchisement or enfranchise are derived from the very emancipation. And when we break down enfranchisement, it'll go right back into, I really want to bring it up, but for some reason it elude me here. I really want to use their information. Yeah, I won't even back and forth with this thing. My smart people out there shouldn't have a problem, tear up this word emancipate. Because if you talk about freedom, get straight to the point and tell me freedom. Don't give me these fancy terms we have multiple meaning. And this is where the trick will come in. This is where the misleading come in. This is where the deception come in. As I have said before on some of them tapes, that sometimes people like us have to step aside and allow others to really bring it, do it, or at least get an opportunity to participate. Yeah, man. So sometimes I have a problem privatize a lot of the videos that I'm put out there. I still leave room for improvement always. You know what I mean? Just like how we leave room for disappointments. You know what I mean? And when I say how some people we approach even I, then me I say probably me I do something wrong then. Probably I am in error. Yeah, man. There may be a possibility where I now share the information in a practical way where people can just comprehend it simply without about different things. Because I not get it. Some questions I get from people who should know better. And some situation where we experience, me have to ask and I say, well, what is it? And then you realize, listen, like where some, as our good sister would say, a whole heap of elders me chant with both man and female, man and woman elders. The good sister said, King, them just suck milk, you know. Yeah, man. Them not really want to do nothing else but just take. So me I say, well, if that's the case, we have to make sure the source is secure. Because if we not secure the source, then whatever you get that milk from now go dry out. Must. And this is one of the reasons why we have to be a bit more reticent. And so me always talk a lot ahead of time. So when we really say we are withdraw ourselves, then it's not really a surprise. We're not forgetting a trouble for withdraw ourselves. We're not it not for be not more than our free will choice. And even the group chat, as much as we love the information we will try share and the energy we will try deal, even that me have to choose to dissolve. Me have to dissolve that area. And one of the reasons why we encourage me to do that is like now me have a live and me have a group chat with a portion of people. Yet here I am in a Sunday evening with a live here. And me have 2 people of view. So when you have an area where you share information where people will have sense would say, yeah, them information is priceless, yeah. Probably because we are give it so freely on a level where them can choose to activate themselves, then people will ignore it and run all over the place. When you share a concept and an idea because this is what you have done, you have other people come along who want to share them own views, them own ideas, and them, you know what I mean? And as the good sister say, yo, you gotta have that in a group setting, you gotta have one set of people think that way, you know. And me I say, boy, that is really agreeable and understandable. However, in order to achieve or attain any kind of nothing at all, we're progressive, then people have to move on one accord. People have to move with one voice. When them say the warrior go around Jericho and not shout and thing, everybody never shout different thing. When the people make a shout out one voice, one sound, one frequency, one truth. Not everybody has their own thing. So this is why I'm, I feel even, go even more easier then so people can get a little bit more information. Yeah, man. Put it that way. We have to shut out the platform them where acknowledge we and show we love. Yeah, man. Like over Warwick Hill, complete respect with power. Always. Yeah, man. And gratitude for the energy. However, we just choose to share the information basically, and we don't want that out in a long time. Yeah, man. So that's why we not really talk about, run, come in and subscribe and all of these things. Cause we are trying to move away from these things. People where know and have interest, we always can contact us privately. Yeah, man. But this open access, yeah, we have to get away from it, and we are choose to get away from it. Yeah, man. So it's a step-by-step process, and as we move forward, we build and grow. When we say Ahuuakh, yeah, man, it means freedom. That's what it means. When you're Ahuuakh, you express yourself as first people. You express yourself as non-African. This is the next thing. For honorable clarification and closure, when I use disclaimer that are for the corporate persons, we bring closure. So for honorable clarification and closure, at no time we claim any African descendancy, period. So this is closure. So irrespective of the love and the sympathy and the, honor what we send to our counterpart on that side, at no time we claim African ancestors, descendancy or ancestry, period. So, Mr. Prime Minister, you have to correct them statement there. So, if you know you are African, that's fine. But you can't put African upon everyone around here. That's a fallacious statement. You get me? And that's a breach. Yeah, man, to your office as Prime Minister. So, you have to go easy out there when you make certain claim. You just leave a function where you represent this location as an American state. So where the mess you get African and interject African policies here, African genocidal policies here. You can't compare we with Africa. You can't even compare our crime rate, murder rate with what going on in Rwanda with those kind of people, because those kind of people might have dark skin, but they're not affiliate with us. Period. They don't. So I don't know what is this agenda. Yeah, move from China and I move to Rwanda. You get me? Probably Chinese and Rwanda in a bed somewhere if people dig. We don't like what we see are going out there. We do not like the narrative. I give thanks when you make certain statements like, you talk about your presentment or your presentation. Yeah. We are bring them style forward. I want to know that. Because we are making to know what a presentment is. It's an offer to contract people. So when them a talk to him a bring in presentation. So uno can either choose to make him know, say, we don't want that. Like how I tell him, say, watch ya, do not compare us with a genocidal state as Rwanda. Can't do that. It's not the same. Not the same people neither, and we are not Africans here. Not the same. We are what you call the Americans, the original Americans. That's us. And then you have a lot of foreign people like the Chinese and other people come here and mix with us. So we're still now not those people neither, because them are derived from us. But you can't push us to the side. And this is the problem of creating genocide over there in Rwanda. The Hutu were there and the Tutsi came in, and then the Tutsi came in with this, you know what I mean? Aristocratical system where they must say, boy, for them class is superior because them probably taller. And as time go by, just like what the Prime Minister said, it brew for over 100 years. Yeah, it take 100 years for them consolidate them power and start oppress the people. But all of that is their business over there. It don't have nothing to do with us. Absolutely nothing at all. Yet our Prime Minister try to compare we with that place and those people. How? Because my people choose to miss it or asleep. That's why I'm gonna like politics, because these politicians, it's like them in a swing song. They swing here and swing there. You get me? Anywhere the paper money there. So I don't know what going around Rwanda and what, I motivate certain kind of narrative, but people, open your eyes. What kind of emancipation you allow people to tell you to celebrate? Why are you celebrating the transfer of your estate to a foreign entity? That's what emancipation means, people. This is why you're still enslaved. Because yeah, look at it just the way the system I tell you to look at it. You're conditioned. You get offended when we say that. You are institutionalized. Again, you get offended when we tell you that. Yet we are said, don't take our word for it. Just look, do the research. Anyway, it is always an honor for pass through, But again, we talk and put out the information and then we just make it private and keep it simple. Because again, our people and our ordinary people, our people, we have to allow them to exercise them free will and it is with correct knowledge, then we do that easily. But when people bring misinformation and mix a little truth with a plethora of lie, then our people will easily get confused. Easily get confused. Anyway, a step by step, people. But yeah, we're kind of tone it down because we are choose to. Too much other things are going out there. And listen, salute to the badass platform. Yeah, man. Jabi, Jaboni, Anna McKing. I see a drop a video I went yesterday, where I touched upon, some issues where me have to say, wait, I saw them thing that really work for real. Interesting. So I like them kind of presentation there. And we say gratitude because information share. No one not to take things too personal when, I just information share. Yeah, man. And again, perfect love to the Aboriginal community, which is us, non-African community. And, don't feel like we have any problem with our African counterpart. Because I always say, free Africa, Africa should be free. But I am always vigilant when I say the information present itself, expressing that there has been, usurpation over that location. You understand? And if people choose to ignore these truths, then that's their free will choice. This is why I say I no look to no foreign crown. I no look to no foreign king. And I no look to no foreign God. But that is I personal. You know what I mean? You know, for destroy me for that. Because you have your own personal. Yeah, man. And I do not subscribe to any religion. I love the Buddhist practice when I say, Nam Yoho Renge Kyo. I love that. Only because me know say it a Sanskrit or derived from us. And then the Brahmins hijack things and rearrange things. So you see our thing go, to the root, it not just surface. This is why a man can come out and flaunt emancipate or emancipation before our people without anyone assure one say, yo, at the very first use, the origin of that word is to transfer ownership of property. So irrespective of what come after, what's first is truest. So you see, we have to be mindful of the word wizardry from these entities out there. Higher leveling of people. And I man make sure walk behind them through it. I never just come talk it like some people. cock up in a them fancy office. I come in I mud and I come walk it. It's only that I come alongside people and them know I not. And all when me I demonstrate and I show them say it's not this nor that. Them still a lose sight of that fact. It's all about you, I people. It start with you. It revolve around you. But you have to know who you are. You have to know yourself. You have to know your location. Yeah, man. And you have to acknowledge the facts that before you're anything else. You this living soul manifests as man. And as man, no corporate entity can claim jurisdiction. Period. So these are the information where we in a mind share. The esoteric part of it, the hidden part of it, the part where most people will walk away from and miss. But usually the most important part, because that part will set the foundation of everything will come after. So when we use words or we hear words being used, let's ascertain the meaning of the definition of those words being used, and we have to use it or look at it legally, not just ordinary. Etymologically, it's for our foundation, for our truth. So we say give thanks, man. Yeah, man, the brave may fall but never yield. And we, as Ahuuakh Indian of this nation, say bold and brave, firm and strong. Truth is supreme, but now I say everybody has said truth, as if, it become a fad. You understand? Because now the man where is void of truth, I use the word. It's just the word them I use, while them I speak untruth. So you see the deception of these people. And them cannot claim ignorance. You understand? Can't claim ignorance because one was educators. So we now just are calling upon, on a stealth. Wake up, Jamaica. Wake up, America. Wake up, Africa. Wake up, Asia. Wake up, Australia. Wake up to the Caribbean area, so-called. Wake up, people. It's a step-by-step process. Yeah, man. And it now have nothing to do with, the Christianity or the Muslim or the Hebrew, or it now have nothing to do with that, man. It have everything to do with you, the man, or the man, woman, and child. Everything to do with you. That's how it starts, people. You can't make fear be an obstacle, because now we don't even talk about fear anymore. You understand? With correct knowledge, fear dissipates naturally. Don't let them fool you. Do not let them school you. Stop letting them abuse you. Stop letting them misuse you. Do not give them your consent. All of those things are free will exercise. So choose to be free. Or you can choose not to be. Yeah, man. Give thanks. I must say salute to my elder, boy. I never whole heap of elders when I feel the same way, Yeah, man. Sir Lee, I don't want to call out the name because you don't know them things that go. But when we say Iron Shore, Sir Lee would know what me I talk about. So complete respect with power. My lord, the elder. Yeah, man. Saleh. Yeah, man. Complete respect with power. Yeah, man. We don't have to talk about with 7-star general. Yeah, man. Salute. Yeah, man. Clan mother Daphne Gale. Salute. Salute sis over there in Canada. Boy, me have to go find a way to get you active in that chat. But then again, you say, boy, the phone a mess up. Is all of our phone messing up? I don't know what's going on. All of our people phone them just a give be a problem. Yeah, man. Whole heap of elders as we go along, you know. Whole heap of ones, man. Yeah, man. Can't stop show them kind of respect there, you know. Anyway, people, we just a pass through a touch base on the Prime Minister. There is so much other thing we can get into, you know, but you know, we gotta keep it basic and keep it simple. And yes, don't be surprised when I now see we are a year too much already. We're gonna always a come shout out because so we stay, but we not necessarily want to have information like the YouTube information with us. We're not too, yeah, we have to change up that. Yeah, man. Make some people want to hear with them when we live, them catch it or catch it 2, 3, 4 days, after 5, 6 days, that's gone private. So if you hear what me a chat about, you hear it, and if you never hear it, you have to go wait till I make it public again. That's how I want to do it. Remember, we not beg nothing over here, so no handout. You understand? We not do commercial business over here, no time at all. No time at all. Yeah, man. So we can do how we want it, when we want it, you know what I mean? And we choose the one contract. A guy not set no contract for we like say boy them is above we. No man, we renegotiate the terms and conditions and set our thing how we want it. I don't got a free man can do these things. Yeah, man. And watch me now. Remember, we are the student here. We are always here as a student, totally receptive to learning. And we share information for aid with people. Bring them up. That's what we do. Not necessarily they have to come try to fix nobody problem. When you're getting a your problem, we're not there for that. It's nothing like that. And it's never that. But when you're out work and find yourself in a problem, then I man naturally have to give some attention to these things. Naturally. When you're out work. You understand? Yeah, man. When you demonstrate, so you have your seal. When you demonstrate, so you have a certificate of association. At them time, they know you're out working. God, don't get it misconstrued and think, so boy, you know, we're not there. We're there. I remember, you know, our thing now for publicize and say this is what it is or this is what it is not. We're there, man. And we have structure. So, you know, and many shall be called, a very few shall be chosen. Don't feel like you're going to run your mouth, boy, you're Ahuuakh, and me Ahuuakh, and you can't demonstrate that. Babylon, carry him go on with you know. We don't know them ones there. And when you're Ahuuakh, Babylon are going to know that. Them are going to see it upon you. You understand? Because most of the ones them are going to just know, say, boy, this is how we structure. And when Babylon encounter my people, Babylon are going to naturally have to give I personally a ring for me can authorize a man and say, yeah, I know that man. He's a part of our organization. Or, no, I don't know that man. And I wish to bring a claim for that man impersonating our thing. Yeah. And when you're a slave, we're going to put lawsuit on a man. Put claim on a man and take on the property from him. Yeah, man. Can't get away. So this is how we are move forward, man. Slowly, cautiously, and with humility. Yeah, we not have to come out and rough up nobody, cuss out nobody. No, we kind of shift from that. Unless one wants some entertainment and try it. Yeah, outside of that, boy, we are wallet man. 'Cause right now, we're sweet. Right now, we are give thanks, irrespective of the catastrophe and the chaotic activities out there. It now have nothing to do with I. All I can do is say, yeah, I want to do better now. Yeah, what happens? Some information, yeah. That's it. I won't carry that thing inside of my house, home, or inside of I. Leave it out there. Leave it out there. So again, step by people. Now, tear out the Prime Minister, we're not disrespect, but just as I said, don't try fool we as a people. You understand? Now come with a little African clown, some old African genocidal Rwandan people. We and them have no kind of association because them are come from an Arab line. Those Tutsi where I rule right now. So, them truth yeah, we know. Prime Minister, you probably know it, but whatever interest there is. Everybody want our place for mine out our place. Everybody want our place to do all kind of things. Total disregard to the people. And so the people choose for war amongst themselves. Now Andrew say a genocide. Andrew want say some ethnic cleansing a go on. I don't know which group. Because the Chinese know enough to be audacious for raise them head so them want war. As big as them war machine over there. Them can't try that here. Because the war machine are there so. You understand? And we will crush them right here. So we don't know what go on. All we need to do is get our people to start look at themselves. The bad ones, them when I want no good, them can't go on to them badness. You get me? So them can dead bad. The bad one, them we choose good and choose to transfer and live up, make we try help them one day to stay good. You understand? It's all about the free will choice where you have. And anything where we nurture should grow. So, step by step, people. Yeah, man, step by step. Too much people weak out too easily, yeah, man. People, them as I say, oh, that man and man, I do them own thing, and I say, boy,
Can't believe it. Government want for more.
Yeah, the artist. The artist, I tell you, plain.
My son refugee in my own country, but a long time, me live here so can't go no way. Them really take poor people to fool. Them really take poor people to fool. Oh, it's about the land. Where you get a system you're from? Boy, the ones that don't poor people land. Just no seminar vote again, no sir. The MP don't give a damn. Where you get a system you're from? Don't say me live on Scotland. True, me don't rich like Matalan, no sir.
Give thanks.
Them boy, they both so easily.
Prime Minister.
We stand strong. Yeah, we stand strong. Stand up like a man. Stand up like a man. See the face of evil then. Fear not, fear defeat yourself. This have to brave heart. You're a lion over straight dog. Black people die for fight. Can't make Rome defeat we know. Computerize your mind and try to take we soul them why end we existence. Burn them religion, burn politician, burn them division. All when them shoot me down, can't dead I just a flesh down. Transcending a dimension. Me there with my ancestors. To thank comment to Sam Sham. We stand strong. Yeah, we stand strong. Stand up like a man. Stand up like a man. Yeah, man. I am Paracelasi. I am weird. The heights and top knife never quiet. That's the part I don't prevail. Yeah, man. I am Paracelasi.
Salute to all Rasta out there. Yeah, man. A free will exercise. I lords. Yeah, man. So hold firm to your faith and stay true to your thing. So again, salute to the Rasta far eyes out there.
I am weird. The heights and top knife never quiet. That's the part I don't prevail. Can't go, can't quench, everlasting burning fire. Babylon, your end, can't go, can't quench, everlasting burning fire. Brother judgment, I tell you, can't go, can't quench, everlasting burning fire. Babylon, get rent, can't go, can't quench. Ethiopia, mature desire. Babylon, then always say, show that your food to eat, and yet you find it hard to feed another you that come up at your feet. Then always it you always a strive and yet you find it hard. To show another day so you don't be survive. That's why I think Selassie I reprise. From the tell Pharaoh, him city that a bless. Me know a king or a suffer right up on his throne. Babylon, we the dust brimstone. The one you hear me. Can't cool, can't quench. Everlasting burning fire. Babylon your rent out. Can't cool, can't quench. Africa mature desire. Black fear red.
Give thanks.
Rastafari. Die. When I say praises goes out to the Most High. This is the wicked. Well, watch this. What me say? It is a rocky road, so I have to keep the faith as I approach. All those hidden in life, every day they put close. Most think me unsafe. Jaja, stand at my immediate right. It is a rocky road, so I have to keep the faith as I approach. The ungrateful peoples in life, every day they put close. Most think me unsafe. Jaja, listen. Give them the length and the rope, because them have to jump. When them come, them don't know who them a confront. What about them find out you want to throw me in the dump? Stop and see whose this lies amongst the righteous, the conscious, who you will forever hate. Just because I'm linking out against the system you create. No one if you step, Jaja don't choose the place. What you propose to me, I know, say I wait to can't discourage I heart. Is it that hard to see? I'm so strongly built with God Almighty. You're coming on facts to hurt me, but I'm the return message that's a biblical prophecy. It is a rocky road, so I have to keep the faith as I approach. The ungrateful peoples in life, every day they pull close. Most think I am safe. Jaja, stand at my immediate right. It is a rocky road, so I have to keep the faith as I approach. The ungrateful peoples in life, every day they pull close. Most think I am safe. But Jaja, stand at my immediate sure. Pagans attack me, but things I never have. Just because I'm a true believer in God. Went out to conquer, not to be conquered. Break all the barriers, don't know about your own. Take a religion that condemn Selassie. Neither can you take a mind from a Zion coffee. I so respect to the legend. Bob Marley, they all fight to defend black people in faith. Now I have to push on and face the misery. The wealth I used to carry on is over you. Oh Lord, I extol thee. The supreme supremacy wherever you may be. That's the bar. And I saw an angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living King Emperor Haile Selassie I, the Most High. And he cried out to the loud voice, saying, oh, oh, DJ Land, DJ road, the road is so rough, around the road, the road is so tough, around the road is so rough, around the road, yeah, love it. Judging this road from the longest while, and make career, none for them want this all, hey. Judging this road from the longest while, and never yet try papa fall another man pile. Judging this road from the longest while, a long time David house and them no stop till the soil. Judging this road from the longest while, and give away more than 1/10 of the spoil. Judging this road for the longest while, until my young never run out joy. It's a 1 year free. We tell them I'm not bargain, tell them I'm not deal. Enough of them no want put them shoulder to the wheel. So them go rape, them go rap and them go kill and steal. All a try it all and a come and kill. When they come, when a blind thing go feel. One man was worthy to open the seal. Emperor Selassie, I know he's real. Babylon get trampled and I mean. Raggy road is so rough. Raggy road is so tough. Raggy road is so rough. Raggy road, we love it. Jogging this road for the longest while. They make a real enough for them walk the soil. Hey. Jogging this road for the longest while. And never yet try papa fall another man coil. Jogging this road for the longest while. A long time. The traffic and him not stop till the soil. Jogging this road for the longest while. And give away more than 1/10 of the spoil. Jogging this road for the longest while. And the fight never run out time. Well, enough for them go get you overboard. Like Henry Morgan with the pirate code. Enough for them a chat up on corruption road. Enough for them a chat with Satan every lord. To them promote, get them that be weak and rose. The bingy man no monkey, bingy man no house, bingy man no give up. No, you're angry. In on me turban and me Asian robe. With them a conceit, we come be exposed. This righteous work, not try oppose. I see judgment that take the evil episode. Judgment take them and then them explode. It is a raggy road, road is so rough. Raggy road is so tough. Raggy road is so rough. Raggy road,
Live up, Rastaman, live up in the light of our ever-living Jaja. Live up, Bongo man, live up, and see our little light shine, it's your will. Live up, Rastaman, live up, exalt the creator of all living things. Live up, Bongo man, live up, be bright and exalt the glory of Selassie the King. Lord, be bright and exalt the glory of Selassie the King. For unto he glory is to be made. No matter how the wicked try to compete, no, yeah. For he's the conquering lion, and we are the children of Zion. So high liberty must identify with the King. Oh, well, Rasta liberty must identify with the King. Live it up, oh, baby. Live up, my brother. Live up, my sister. Bongo man, big man, Rasta man, Bongo man, Rasta man. Oh, boy, chosen are we to carry on the chosen seed. Seeds of the elect by His Majesty. Yeah. Through the power of Jaja, we've been chosen in the light of our ever-living Jaja. Live up and bring him on, live up, and see how we live like shine, it's Yahweh.
Positively clear, the people in the world keep forgetting them past and them gone astray. So we done them every day. That them no love conspiracies at all and never fail. Positively clear, the people in the world are lost for them top class. Never way, think you're actually there. You're two, you go back and you are slaving across me and the youths are trying one away. Melchizedek way, yeah. So if you see and the youth I'm treading to the earth, we have to tread the King Selassie way. Yeah, yeah, treading this one away. Happy tread it one away, yeah, yeah. Them send 50, 60, 70 big and me slew them off in space and one day. Well then, you see, the people in the West, the one of them gone crazy. Love to big up them chest, yet then they're in a slavery. Them can't have no food without no money. So pull the system and in fruitful fire and yet them hungry. I tell you every cleanse your ways, clean up your heart, get to you. No bother get me say, oh no for this heart. Babylon no speak soul and heart. Them don't get them peace and no heart to walk. That's why they come to try to turn away. Melchizedek way. Yeah. So if you see and the youth I'm treading through the earth, we trying to King Selassie way. Well then, you see, the Prime Ministers know what talk along. And them sell out the youth to the Queen of England. The whole of them happy about when them see me turban. Me trap every authority fever be wrong. Melchizedek harder never yet wrong. When we chanting I bring it to the black redemption. Wanna careful of your words and the food where you want them. From the youth grow them with that organization. So boy, they can put decentralization. And Emperor Selassie is an Ethiopian reign in the heart of flesh. From Mount Zion me compare with Israelite. Out of Babylon show me who will step out for repatriation. No got no more to nobody kill no younger one. So rise and take the stand, you better know where people. Selassie is the almighty man, confuse not your heart. Them side me turban, conspiracies are talk. Emmanuel, so watch out because him a corrupt. We have to throw this one away. That's the first and only way. Hey, so if you see I and the youth them treading through that King Alpha and Omega way. Well then, the whole of them, all the secret, but